Hello guys, so today we are going to service my Polo Vivo 2019. So this guy, I bought him 2019. I bought him 2019, and then she's been with me for quite some time, and she took care of me as much as I take care of him. So here is the service kit of this guy. I got him around 1,000 meters. So now I'm sitting on 105, 108 kilometers, somewhere around there. So we did almost 100,000 kilometers with this guy. He never gave me problems. I always service him. I did service first time when it was about 15 kilos, 30, 45, 65, yes, in an interval of 15 until 105. So now I have a privilege to show you guys how I do my service. So firstly, I went to Volkswagen. So Volkswagen, as you can see here, and I bought the service kit, and then it was around about 1,577. So this is what we bought. So the Polo takes in this fuel, that's a Shell 10W40 engine oil, and then it comes with 4 spark plugs, and then we have the main oil filter, and then we have the petrol filter here, and then we have the air filter for the aircon, and then here we have the air filter for air intake. And then these are the tools I'm going to use: a chieftain, 3 screwdrivers. This is just a small flat, and then this is a bigger flat, and then a star. And then they also gave me a bolt this time. So this is a sump bolt. It's about $30. So it's where it goes below the car, where the oil exit is. So you usually have to replace it most of the time. So I'm going to show you how I service my Polo. This is South African most loved car. It's in the top 5 stolen cars, but it's very comfortable. It's efficient. If you love it, it will love you back, and it's beautiful. So this is a number 18. So here I'm just claiming to do the service with one tool, which is a chieftain. It will do most work, but it won't put in the plugs. So there's a special tool for plugs, but the rest I think I can manage with a chieftain. You can get yourself a toolbox, or get yourself a chieftain and few screwdrivers, it will work. There we go. Oh, it's flying in. So this is the number 18. So you can get it at Volkswagen for 30 rands. So this guy, let's just wait for him to full so that we can put a new one. Yeah, there we go. So that's about 5 liters there. How many? If it's 500 mil or it's 1 kg this thing. I don't know. But it chops quite around about 3 to 3.5 liters, 4 liters. So let's see. It's almost drained. So I'm just gonna leave this guy to drain until it stops. There we go. It's sitting hot. I'm gonna get out of here. So guys, here is the special tool for the plugs. As you can see, but it's a 16 mil, and then it will take out all the plugs. And then here's my shifting. Here's my wire to pull out those plugs because they are tough at times. Firstly, let's put in the oil filter. And then let me just put the plugs over there. Okay, get a towel because you see I have oil all over my hands. So come on, close up. So this guy, you can just hold it and try and squeeze as hard as possible. There he goes. And then also I have to open here up for some air. Let me just open it, not lid closed 100%, just open it like that to let air in so that it can drain all the oil down there. So let me just grab this guy. Yeah, so this is the oil filter. It has a seal here which is not stuck in there, so you just make sure that you clean everything everywhere here. Get a toilet paper so that you can clean, because it gets dirty sometimes and you don't want dirt to get in there. So get a toilet paper. So I'm just gonna start cleaning off all the dirt around the oil filter so that even if wind comes through, nothing goes in there. Clean it nicely. There we go. And now we open up the oil filter. And then poke my dirty hand in there and then put on the sealant, and also just some oil around this guy like this so that it goes in smoothly. And then just clean it up there. Then you just put it down here and then slowly just screw it in. Slowly just screw it in. You can buy a tool for this, but it's not necessary to use tools for this because it already has a gasket. Just the hand power, it's enough. Oh, there we go. It's enough. It won't go anywhere. So that's about it. And then next we are going to unplug the plugs. And then you take the box, put in the old oil filter, put it in there safely for you to compose off, and then we are going to the filter. So as you can see, everything is dirty. We had a lot of rain, so that's why everything is so dirty here. So I'm just gonna try and clean up everything. My wife said I must be clean, so everything I do, I must make sure that I clean the environment I work in, so that I look presentable. Don't be lazy, guys. It's not healthy to work in an environment that is dirty. So as you can see, we have 4 plugs, which means we have 4 cylinders in this engine. It's 1.4 liters. And then as you can see, these cables here, they need that screwdriver. So all my tools, I'm just gonna put them here, and then this screwdriver will just help you to poke out these cable holders. Like that. So these cables are cut to size. So the longer one that comes here, the first plug terminal to this guy, it will be the longer one, and then the second will be shorter to limit it to this hole, and then this one will, the cable will be shorter to limit it to this hole, and this one will be shortest to limit it to this hole. So there's no access cable, which means you won't miss and put this one here and this one there. So that's the way they are designed, so that when you work on the car, it's simple. You don't move one plug to the other. So this guy, usually I think they have a tool to put him out, but they are hard. Sometimes when you try to pull them, they are hard. So I came up with a little bit of a DIY. So a little bit of a DIY, you just take a wire like this, and then you just push it down in there. Let's see. Just push it down in there, and then it will come out like this. And then now you just take the screwdriver. So you just tied it like this. Now take the screwdriver, and then that will give you momentum to just wiggle it out like that. So I used too much force, so like that it is out, and that's the first one. And then you do this for all of the plugs. Simple procedure. I don't know how much they charge to service a Polo these days, but I think it started around about 800 to 1,000 bucks. So I don't know, maybe plus, depending on where you are taking your car to. So some will be expensive, some will be cheaper. So this is just the way of showing you guys that you can do it yourself, and there won't be any issue, as I never had issues before with my Polo. Sometimes you can even do it with a screwdriver like this, pry them out, it works. As you can see, this guy is out. It's just you have to find the flat surface. So the first trick, you can use the wire. Second trick, you just take a tool, put it here so that you get a good momentum, and then put the screwdriver in there. and then push it slowly, it will just come out. So this tool will help, give it leverage so that you can push it. And then the last one, this one is well cramped in there, so it won't be easy to use this method. Let me see if I put it here. Still it's not easy. So let me see. Here it's a good leverage. Let me not break anything. Come on. There we go. It's out. So you just pry it slowly but surely, and then they are all out. Let me put that there, and then the wire there. So there are two ways. You can either use the wire or use a tool, something that you can help leverage. So here we just put in this tool, then you turn until you feel that it's out. If you come back and there's nothing, you have to go back in again and unscrew and try and hook it nicely so that it comes out. So my tool doesn't have a good magnet sometime, and then I have to pull as you can see, it hooks it nicely, but sometimes it doesn't hook it nicely. And then the hole there, just show you. So this is the hole of the spark plug down there, and that's the first one. I'm going to put in the new one, and then all the rest. That's how it looks. And then this is the spark mechanism that sparked this guy. So if you are afraid of doing service for yourself, so if you are afraid of doing the service yourself like this, because the spark plug have 12 volts and you are afraid of shocking yourself, you can still unplug the battery. But if you unplug the battery, insurance will call you. So, and also Cartrack will call you, because they will realize that your car's battery have been unplugged, and then you just have to validate with them that they are doing a major service on it, so I needed to unplug it for a few minutes. And then when you are done with the service, you can call them back and tell them that everything is fine, the car is back online. So we are done with the first one, and let's go to the second one. Take out the tool. They're quite tight. I'm just gonna wiggle this guy out. So the last service I did, I think it was 90,000 kilos. So I changed the engine oil, the gearbox oil, and that was entertaining because it was the first time I did it, and it required a special key, which is an LM key. So I bought an LM key from Temu because I didn't find it in most of the shops until I found the shop called Adenhof. So Adenhof have branches these days in a lot of the areas. You can go there to get your special tools for vehicle, to do some DIYs, and they have a reasonable amount of value. They are strong and they are not that expensive. They are reasonable. So as you can see, this plug says Audi and VW and Skoda Oud. So as you know, if you are a car guy, Audi and VW is the same thing. So when you go and buy plugs for your Audi vehicle, they'll give you the same plugs, because they use the same plugs. They are the same company or the same manufacturer. Yeah, this one doesn't want to go. There we go. It's out. The last one. So I've been doing service for this car myself. It doesn't have a service book. It doesn't have service history. I never went to anyone to do service on this car. I just had faith in myself and I did it, because back when I was young, in high school, in primary, my father was a taxi driver, so we used to fix the taxis. He had a Inyati. It's no, not Inyati, a Nissan E20. Yeah, a Nissan E20. So we used to fix that Nissan E20 and a Nissan 1 ton. That's a buggy. So my father had those two vehicles, and we used to change their engines, change do service, change oils, change carburetors, because those cars back in the days, they were using carburetors, not fuel injectors. So we used to change those things because they were troublesome. They overfill with fuel and all the miracles. So I was young, high school, and primary when we were doing that with my brothers, and I learned a lot about cars, and I really enjoyed fixing them. And I told myself that when I have one, I will fix it. And this is my second car. I bought a Corsa buggy, and I gave it to my brother, and then this one is mine. So I do service this one. The buggy is at home, Limpopo. This one is here with me in Johannesburg. So we are done with the plugs, and then we are going to the air filter. So here we can just close nicely. There we go. We are good. So here you just need a screwdriver. Then you take every screw out. So I'm not using my power drill today because I'm working with plastics. So when you work with plastics, sometimes you need to just use your hands so that you don't break these things, because they are heated up, and when it's cold, they are cold. They shrink and expand, shrink and expand. So you just need to use your hand so that you don't damage them, because if you break it, it's gonna cost you some bucks. And then I'm just gonna take out this pipe and make sure all the screws are out. Then I'm just gonna pull like that. And then look at this guy. Still looks new, but as you can see, there is dust inside there. It's clean this side, but here are some dust particles stuck in the filter. So just gonna take our guy here. So it simply just goes in here. Take out this guy. It's all clean. Then you just put it in here like that. it fit nicely. So if you don't know how, you forget how you put it back, if you do it ups and down, you see it doesn't fit. But because it is designed to fit only sitting in the right direction, which is this way, so you see it's clean filter and it's ready for new adventures. And then you just push it in, make sure all the edges are inside nicely, so that when you put back the cover, it just falls right through, and then all the bolts are aligned. Then you take your screwdriver and you just pin them down slowly, one by one. One by one, making sure they are in the holes. Don't use force. Make sure that they're all inside the holes first. So there we go. And then now you can tighten them down. Make sure you do an interval, jumping one screw and then tightening the other side, so that it sucks in evenly, or it settles evenly. There we go. Okay, let's put this pipe on. And then now I'm going below the car, and then I'm going to insert the bolt, and then we're going to put in the new oil. So let's check here the sump here. As you can see, it's still dripping. I'm just gonna clean it off. Add a bit of that oil. Clean. So this is the new bolt. We'll just go in. Yeah, it's hard to do this while I'm holding the cell phone on the other hand. Let me just tie it down first. So this is how my dad used to open it. One hole at the bottom, breathing hole at the top. But nowadays we just open it like this, and there it will breathe. And this way it gives me that directional, so that I don't mess up the place. So here's the air filter. It's below the passenger below the glove compartment. So you just pull it out like that, and then it comes out. Then you just clean this guy and then put in the new one. So what you do, you just slide it up there. Just slide it up in here, gently and softly, like that. There we go. And then you put this cover on. Let's see if it comes from this side. and then it closes like that, and then just push it and lock it into place. Then lock the other side like that. So yeah, we are done with the air filter. So you can see this guy is dead. Look at the color. If you see closely, you will see how dirty he is. Yeah, that's really dead. So this is the first nipple. So these nipples are hard to take out. I don't know. I thought maybe because I'm doing it often, they will get easy. But as you can see here, I have 3 flat screwdriver. So actually, they say you just push here inward, and then it becomes loose. But hey, sometimes it's just stubborn, this thing. So let me wiggle it down and then try and push. So yeah, this can take time. Let me get the nose. Yeah, guys. So I went and got a long nose and the plumbing pliers. So I'm just gonna attempt to take this guy as fast as I can, because I know it takes time, this guy. So here it's a handbrake cable that goes at the back. So let me just see. It's not sitting well, this guy. Can't even get in there. Okay, let's see. There we go. Slowly but surely. It's out. Whew. So also these ones, they are positioned in the way that you can't put the other on the other. The longest will come down here, which is this one, and then the shortest will go up there. And then that side is only one plug. So now let me remove the holder. So you remove the screw when you are done unhooking them, because the bracket to hold it nicely for you, so that you can, and the cables are at the direction of the holes or the nipples. So putting it in, you just push and press. Simple, unlike taking it out. So as you can see, I'm just gonna push it in, simple like that, until it clicks. Put that other one and just push it all the way until it clicks in. I'm tired, so they're giving me quite a mission. Let me just get support and tie it down. By tying it down like this, it will give me more support to push those guys in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then now it's rigid, and then when I push in, they will just go in. That one is in. The one also is in. This one somehow I feel like it's not 100. It's in. Yeah. It's in. Let me see. Yeah, it's in. We are done. So guys, we are doing the service light for the VW Polo hatchback, and then for most of the Polos and Golfs. So firstly, as I turn the ignition on, it states that I have 800 kilometers left for service. You can see the spanner there. So I'm done with my service on the car. And then what you need to do is hold the set button, turn the ignition on, and then press this button once, and then turn it off, and then turn back the ignition, and then you will see the service light is off. It doesn't come on anymore. So that's how you do your service light reset.